Alrighty, folks, we are back. Back with more Dark Tide, more Dragon Age style adventures for you all. So, let's just start at the beginning for who are the cast. So, who are you, what are you, and to celebrate National Take Your Parents to the Playground Day, what playground appendage would your parents enjoy? Starting with, let's start with Bach.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Bach. I play Tristan, a rogue ranger, and playground equipment. Probably something easy like the swings.
Fair enough. Then we have Mr. Tom.
Hello. Currently playing William Appel, human, ex-town guard, courage, cowardly dog, lookalike, and playground equipment. I always liked balance beams. I thought they're very simple, but I did like them.
Fair enough. Then we have Amy.
Hello, I'm Amy. I play Ruth Joseph, our very grumpy Dalish elf healer. Playground equipment.
Playground equipment your parents would enjoy.
Ooh, see, my dad's a fan of the zip line.
Ah.
When we were kids. Zip line.
Fair enough then. Then we have Eden.
Hello, I'm Eden. My character's Wraith, Taventa Mage, Mortician, sometimes lawyer when we need it. And I'd give my mum a push around the roundabout. Why not?
Fair enough. And finally we have Rowan.
Hello, I am Rowan. I've just woken up. My character is Juniper, a small cat creature who has nearly died one time and murdered many more. My parents at a playground. But one, I'm barely any contact with them. But I feel like my mum would be drinking wine on the bench while my dad fucked around on everything, inevitably fell off something, probably broke a bone while my mother laughed at him because my parents are normal and healthy and have a functioning relationship.
Spicy.
Seems genuine. And while Mr. Cat waves his tail in the background while he's trying to sleep in the sun, what happened last week?
Can't remember. Bought a Venus flytrap yesterday.
Oh, nice. Is that a big one or a small one? Yeah, that's fair enough then.
Has a flower stalk already.
Ooh, nice.
I
guess
also
what did
can't
happen
remember.
last week? Anyone remember? Or last time even, because it's been 2 weeks.
What did you get?
Lots of spinning around.
My memory's made of holes, so alas, no. Right now.
Also, blank. I know by the end we were going into the woods. I remember that much.
And
Oh,
dead birds.
is
There were
this-
dead birds.
Oh,
When did I drop kick someone?
Yes.
yeah, and broke their legs. Yeah, and then they were hopping around on their broken leg.
Last time was the dancing old man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yes.
dancing
Oh,
old
yes.
man.
What happened to the other old man?
Are they both dead?
I think they're both dead now.
Yeah, I think they're both dead, yeah.
I fade daggered them because we were getting our asses whooped and two of you were going to lose arms in a second.
Yeah.
Also, why do people
Yikes.
have boomboxes in cars? This fucking rude. I will mute myself to stop any background noise. If I need to talk or talk at me, I will unmute.
Alright. So, we will, you dealt with a old man dancing. There was the old man you had with you tried to help and somehow also made himself start dancing. Then you dealt with both of them. And you were going to follow a trail of blood into the forest. And we shall
Yeah.
go from there. Alright, so we'll go from there. So,
What could possibly go wrong?
what could possibly go wrong?
Why did you have to say that?
Jinxed.
Right.
For Foreshadowing.
So, you follow the path into the deeper into the forest, and eventually you find yourself back on a quite large road that must have been further down the road from where you left originally.
Hmm.
And as you turn to go back, you notice just about maybe a couple hundred meters away looks to be a large abandoned cart. What do you want to do?
Oh, not again. I'm going to look at it nervously and say, let's just keep moving, shall we?
Keep an eye out for any signs of life. There could be anything lurking in that thing.
Do you want me to run and go look?
I'm with William. I think we keep riding and keep an eye on it as we go.
Let's look at it at a distance.
All right. As you get a little closer, and you sort of look around, you notice that one of the doors seems to have been ripped off, and there's a blood trail leading up down the trees.
Another blood trail?
Mm-hmm. And there's obvious signs of drag marks, as in something quite, I say relatively large, but large as in like the size of a person has been dragged along into this clearing.
What about the blood trail we were following? Where does that
The
go?
blood trail you were following goes to this road and then seems to stop.
Hmm.
What, like peters out or goes off in a direction into the woods?
As in, you follow it from the woods into the road, and then it just stops dead.
Oh. It's a bit odd.
How does the cart look? Is it a covered wagon? Like, what kind of quality are we talking about?
It looks like one you've seen used by Templar guards.
Oh.
Oh,
Interesting.
like blood magic, maybe. Well,
Maybe.
kind of goes in hand with necromancy, so it's a very strong possibility.
Well,
Great.
with our trail cold and this being the new trail, do we follow it?
I think Nathaniel would like to look closer at what's inside the cart and see if there's any clues to who might have been in it before they choose to follow the blood trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any clues, their identity or anything?
You look in the cart. Inside the cart seems to be the signs of struggle definitely inside the cart. You notice one or two like pieces of Templar sort of regalia just discarded around like they've been dropped.
Ooh.
What, like they dropped and ran?
Like they've been dropped as in like they've fallen off like belts, or they've not been picked up when they've disembarked.
How far are we from Starkhaven now? Like, could they be Starkhaven Templars, or are we too far away now?
You're still
I
only
mean,
about a
we're
day's
not-
travel from Starkhaven, I think.
We're not inclined to help them anyway.
Certainly not Templars, no. But if there's something dragging them off into the woods, big enough to potentially take a Templar in armor.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem.
And it might be that necromancer that keeps cropping up with all the body snatching and
Birds.
stuff. So, yeah.
I don't like it.
Is there
What
anything
time-
else in the cart?
No, there's a single horse at the front of it, but you sort of look around and you don't see anything that would immediately draws your eye. There's no arrows or anything stuck to. There is a little bit of scorch marks on the sort of front left, no, front right of the cart. As in some kind of fire has been used to sort of recently and has gone out on its own accord.
Is the horse still attached to the cart?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Nathaniel would like to unattach the horse so it can go eat and drink and not
Is
like,
it
die
alive?
stuck there.
Yeah.
Shall we take it?
Is it
We-
alive?
Yeah. I think
Or
we
is
should
it-
take it. I think we take the horse with us because then
Because
we
we've
have
only
two
got
horses.
the dead one
And
Yeah.
and
cat horse.
Juniper, as sometimes a
Cat
cow horse.
horse.
Give the cat horse a rest.
Meow.
Cat horse. The face of a horse and the body of a cat and the face of a cat and the body of a horse. Cat
I
horse.
kind of imagine like a cat's head, but the muzzle kind of stretched out a bit,
Mm.
and
Such a
then like
weird.
a flowing fur mane with like
Ugh.
hooves, but multiple ones.
The
Mm.
stuff
Looks
of
like in the shape of a
nightmares.
paw.
The stuff of
Christ.
nightmares.
It's got
Just
the hoof itself, but
horrific
it's got
animal.
paws at the top of it. Yeah.
Just claw hooves.
Mm.
Ooh, that could be a cool weapon. Oh, I could use that. Dropkick.
That would work
Please
quite
do
well.
not. Please just don't.
As you're
Right.
looking
What would
around
the
the
idea-
cart, you notice that the blood is quite dried. Like it must have been easily a day or so since this has happened.
Possibly more reassuring, I guess, that it's not recent, but
How recent was the blood trail we had been following?
That one seemed a lot more recent.
well, I guess with the horse, we'll task Manny with getting the horse mounted up to our cart and everything.
Yeah, making
Mhm.
sure they're okay and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Will
then
we just venture on foot then?
Well, you're currently are on foot.
Oh, okay. We'll just carry on then, will we?
yep, let's follow that trail.
Okay.
Follow that horse.
So you follow the very obvious drag marks and blood trail up the hill. As you get kind of along about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, you find yourself in a clearing. And as you look up, you see hanging from the trees around you in a sort of almost circle around the edges of this clearing, about 8 or 9 bodies just completely stripped naked and beaten to death, just hanging by their ankles.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Lovely.
Grim.
are they elves? Are they human?
They are human.
They're human. Okay.
All of them are human.
Any sign of possessions and things that have been stripped off of them?
They basically look like they've been fully picked clean. There's no items left on them really at all. You do notice that a lot of them seem to have the same sort of tattoo on their arm. It seems to be a sort of numeral number.
Oh, that reeks of Tevinter. Slavery and
Hmm. I'll examine the bodies and try and see if there's anything more that I can glean from the injuries and what have you.
Yeah. Do me a awareness roll then, please.
Where's the dice
I'll
rolling
try and
channel?
find the dice rolling channel.
Ten.
They all have a sort of base magical feel to you. They don't look like they've got any kind of magical thing, so they must have been some sort of Templar.
Okay.
Are there any more? Does the blood trail lead here? Does it lead anywhere else from here?
Leads. It seems the drag seems to lead here, and then it's just this whole clearing is kind of just speckled with blood.
Can I roll awareness to try and find bits of bodies?
Mhm.
Oh, hello, real Juniper. Hello. So it's dot d20, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
8.
You sniff around the bottom of the trees, but most of the bodies seem intact. They're just basically just caked in blood and gore. Most of them seem to have like very dried blood from like the waist down, as in they've bled very heavily.
What kind of wounds are on them? Are we talking like sword wounds, bite
Like,
marks?
they look more like um, blunt weapons. Blunt weapons and like little tiny scratches that you kind of vaguely remember from looking at such things before. You would associate with things like whips.
Okay, so what uses blunt weapons and whips?
Desired, maybe.
They were basically tortured before they died.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Or bandits with like bits of wood.
One.
Have to be a hell of a bandit.
Yeah, were they being tortured for information? Is the question, I suppose.
Or
Or is
just
this some kind of just
fun.
punishment? Yeah. Just...
Is there any way to tell how, if all the bodies have been dead the same amount of time? I'm looking at the mortician.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm wondering if, like, can you tell if, like, the bodies have all been dead the same amount of time?
Is there anything clear on that front from my
Roll me
investigation?
awareness.
Okey-doke.
Let's see if your mortician eye can spot things.
15.
15. They do. It does seem like the ones that you are basically immediately in front of you when you walk through the clearing seem to have been there the longest, and the ones sort of around the edges, to like the immediate left and right from when you walked in the clearing seem to be there the freshest, going by the coagulation of blood and how basically the sort of level of rot their bodies have.
Are we talking about a period of days potentially between them, or weeks, or?
They seem to all been killed around the same, like maybe 2-3 days.
Okay. I'll gesture out and describe that and just be like, these ones seem to have been the most recent, and these ones were first. Seems they were brought in maybe a few at a time.
It's a grim end.
Yes.
I mean, if they're Templars, revenge isn't out of the question. I'm sure lots of people have beef against Templars, especially mages.
Oh, certainly we do.
And some. Well, it doesn't seem like there's any signs of the people that did this around here anymore. Although my tracking skills aren't really up to much. Anybody see any signs of where they might have gone?
I could give it a go, I guess. I've got
Yes,
decent
let's
awareness.
all do.
Sure.
Let's all have a go. Spread out and have a look. Awareness?
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong. 11.
All right. Tristan notices that there seems to have been a pile of something in the middle of the clearing, and then there's again drag marks leading from there off, let's say off to the left.
I explain that to the others, that what I see, that there's something in the middle and that there's drag marks to the left.
It looks like there was, from the dirt marks on the floor, there definitely looks like there was a pile of something in the middle that's all been moved.
Yikes.
I'd have to assume that that's whatever gear these men were wearing piled up.
Probably. Seems likely, doesn't it?
Are we gonna shift through it?
Well, yeah, let's try and find wherever they've dragged this stuff off to then, I suppose.
Mm.
All right.
I'm very
Yeah,
wary of
yeah.
an assault.
Yeah, I think we're all kind
Below
of
these
wary of it.
lands.
Yeah, we're all kind of like waiting for an ambush right now, so we're so on high alert.
All right. You follow the drag marks. They lead a long, winding tail that seems to go needlessly off to the side and then like round a tree, then back again to the path you're following. Like they were trying to sort of lead people off the direction you're going, even though they seem to always return to the same very rough path through this forest.
Not
Eve-
very good at hiding their tracks.
Eventually, after about another hour of wandering around, you eventually. Sorry, the cat's dreaming. Eventually, you find remnants of a camp, and it looks like there was easily maybe 20, 30 people at this camp from the size of it.
Damn.
Big camp.
You see a couple of sacks lying on the floor, discarded, and next to them is the odd little bit of Templar armor. It looks like, occasional breastplate and the occasional like belt and stuff, but it's very sort of odds and ends rather than in like one particular piece.
Mm-mm. How odd.
Can I check around the campfire or the remnants of what would have been to see if there's any kind of discarded food, detritus or anything? Just to see if I can see if there's any Tevinter cooking that's taken place here, maybe?
You see that there seems to be there's remnants that they've cooked some kind of game that they've caught, but it doesn't seem to be. It's nothing you would call Tevinter itself, like from your experience.
No hint of particular herbs and spices, I suppose.
It just looks like very simple caught game that's been skinned and used.
What
Any
about the
clues as
sack?
to how long they've been gone? Like, is there any warm embers where the fire was?
The fire looks like it's been out for about a day.
And what about the sacks? Is there anything in them?
You look through them. You tip them out. At the bottom of one, there was a very tiny silver ring that fell out. That must have been stuck at the bottom of the sack. But apart from that, there's nothing of any value.
Is there any engraving on the silver ring?
You pick up the ring and you look it over. On the inside, there does seem to be a Templar symbol.
Any signs of blood anywhere in the camp?
Nope, it seems to be oddly clean in that regard. But there's definite signs that there have been like very haphazard tents pitched and then pulled back up.
Anything left behind by the people that were at the camp when they moved so hastily?
You scavenge the area. Actually, you all do awareness checks. Let's see what we can see if we see much.
$17.
17. Anyone else rolling?
Give it a go.
Okay.
13.
Is it awareness?
Yes.
Awareness, yes.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like Rith is
Junie
the
got distracted taking a poo in the back corner or something.
So Ruth does find just lying around. There's a couple of very small elven trinkets Just things that would be easily left behind, like like kind of like a child's toy style thing that it would just be left behind if they were in a hurry to move.
Okay. So there
Hope
were
those
elves here.
I hope that it's not those elves we released from prison.
Yeah, but that happened so recently. Like, this seems to be the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be doing very well to be taking down a Templars by themselves at this rate.
I know, right? I was like, oh god, what have we done? Is that our fault? Have we armed them all and then just like said, oh, off you go, have fun? And then they're like, revenge. That would be a bit awkward if we'd done that. But I don't think we have, hopefully. Surely it can't have been us.
I mean, to have that much equipment and organized so fast since they've been out, that would be.
It'd be pretty impressive, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Can Ruth look at the trees?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what this would be. But he's gonna try and like look for signs of Dalish.
Okay.
Just, would that be awareness, or?
Yeah, the awareness.
Okay. Or like Dalish being in the area, kind of thing. Ooh,
Nice.
natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. You spot that on one of the trees next to the campfire, very very small, in the bottom corner of the tree, or sort of bottom side of the tree, facing away from the fire, you see a small bowl with a feather through it that had been etched onto the tree.
Okay. So this might have been a Dalish camp then. And the Templars came here, maybe, or the Dalish have been about. Or they're the ones that attack. Oh, well, that's not unheard of.
Hmm.
That seems less nefarious. But still doesn't explain all the blood.
Well, if the Templar in the area are aggressively seeking magic users and anyone that they might take issue with, I could see that the Dalish might be proactive about this.
This is why we move around so often, to avoid these kind of problems.
Well, on that basis, I suppose they've moved on. But in what direction? And should we even try and seek them out?
No, they don't. No, I don't know if they've attacked these Templars. They don't. They're unlikely to accept Shemlin, such as yourself. Sorry. But,
I mean, there's also the possibility the two sites are unrelated, and they came upon the clearing and took the possessions because they could get money for them.
That is also true. My people do trade in cities and with others on occasion, but some clans are not the same.
Well, I suppose the task now is to continue tracking.
I mean, we've come this far, so.
Yeah, probably because we've got a better idea that there's Dalish about as well. We might pick up some more information.
If there's Danish about, at least we don't need to worry too much about a fight.
Don't all. Some clans.
We need to worry less about a fight.
Ruth's like, I know my people. Not all of them are nice.
They're less likely to do something heinous for no reason.
You, baby.
Way.
Ruth will be fine. Ruth's like, I'll be fine. I'm an elf. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Not sure about the rest of you.
About me. What is the history in our AU cat people? Like, how long were they on the continent? Would they have been interacted?
I think they were on an island. They were on their own little island.
Yeah, they're from across the sea. There's very
like
few of them over.
like a little southern island. I kind of imagined in my head, like a deserty kind of one.
Mhm.
Come from the
Probably, yeah.
distant land of elsewhere. Wait, no, that's copyrighted. They come from the distant land of somewhere else.
Somewhere else, yes.
I think we wrote it down somewhere. Like,
I think it's in the startup
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
startup stuff.
doc. It's on the startup doc, I think.
so they might be all right with me. It's Wraith and the human that we need to worry about.
The three humans.
You'll have to vouch for me.
Look, this is one of the good ones.
Wraith's doubly fucked because he's also a Tevinter. A
Yeah.
Tvid, so. And
You
my
can
people and
vouch
your
for him.
people had centuries of fighting.
You can vouch.
You can vouch for Wraith, yes, but
This one's fine. This one reads books and plays around with dead things. It's all right.
I'm gonna put them all at ease.
yeah. Yeah, I think we're just
Or
gonna
just scare him off with your knobbly knees. Like,
Whatever works.
Yeah.
How could he be a threat? Look at those knees. I mean, come on.
more knee than man at this point.
Oh. Right, I'm just gonna look around and see if we can find a new see if we can find what happened.
Okay.
And if there's any attack patterns or
As
anything.
you look around, you see a small trail leading off, and as you follow that, you find another sort of larger dirt road, which seems to have signs of like several carts have come through here recently.
Oh, this looks more promising.
Yes. Can we tell where did the particular tracks that we were following? Can you see which way they're going now?
The dragging seems to have basically been to this small camp, and then there's been no real sign of any track since then.
So this could have just been a simple ambush.
Are there any cart tracks that are deeper than the others that might have been carrying more stuff or people?
There's quite a well-worn sort of rut, sort of double set of ruts in this on this track, as if there's been several carts use this path.
Well, I guess we follow it.
All right.
Off we go.
So you follow the path. Another couple of hours later, you come to what looks like a sort of the larger road that you vaguely would remember as being the same kind as you've experienced twice now. First when you got off it yourself, and then from finding it before with the Templars. As you sort of look around, you see, as it's getting into early evening, you see the signs of smoke coming from let's just say the right, just so it's easiest for you all to see. So you come out of this clearing and you see to the right in the distance, maybe about a couple of miles away, seems to be a small village. What do you want to do?
What time of day is it?
It's getting into early evening, so let's say for an hour clock, let's say 5-ish.
Are we still heading towards... what was the name of that place? Hang on. Was it Pinned? Yeah, here we go. Are we still headed towards sort of like Navarra?
Yeah, you're heading on the road
Tantavale.
towards Navarra, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're going south. Okay. Well, that's good. I don't see why we shouldn't stop off. Have a little... See, just see what's about. Some fresh water and that. Maybe have a bath for some of us.
I wouldn't argue with that.
Bed would be a welcome thing. We have a bathtub. What are you talking about?
We
just haven't had time to stop.
Exactly.
Well, that's it. As he says, fresh water.
Get some water.
Oh, I
lovely.
thought you were meaning the baths. Oh, never mind.
No. Also, isn't there someone under that tub? Actually, wait. Do I know that? Have I actually seen Robin?
You've probably seen
You
Robin
have.
lying around.
Yeah.
The few times
We'll
he's
just
been
have to
awake, he's
get
been drunk.
what's his name
so
out the tub.
Few times he's been allowed to be conscious.
He's been,
We must
yeah, a
wake
few
him up
times
and
he's
feed
been
him now and
conscious, he's been very
again.
drunk, so.
He's-
sure between Ruth and Wraith, we figured out how to like magically infuse him with like nutrients and food and keep him like
he's
stasis.
gonna
He's in,
gonna
like,
be like he's gonna be like Neo when he first came out of the Matrix and his muscles all atrophied to like
That's what I'm thinking.
noodles.
It's going to be a mess when he's finally back on his feet. If he
He
can
was
get on his
already
feet.
a mess.
He was, yeah. To be fair, he was already a
Well,
mess.
actually, no. Physically, he wasn't a mess. Mentally, he was a mess. He was stupid, and
Yes.
also drunk.
All the time. Yes. Shall we drive? Shall we continue?
Let us go.
So are you going back to get your cart, or are you going to walk to this village first?
Yeah, we'll go back and get the car. Make sure money's
So
alright.
you-
And
By the time you wind your way through the forest and everything, and get back to the cart, it's very much sort of later evening, so say like 9 or 10 at night. Manny has just hooked the new horse up to the cart.
good job, Minnie.
Given that the horses are rested, could we ride on while we rest in the back of the cart?
Are you wanted to ride to this village? Or you wanted to ride past it? You want to go the other direction? What do you want to do?
I say village.
I say village.
Yeah. Same.
Investigate.
Okay.
At the very least, we can resupply and
Maybe get some word about what those Templars maybe.
Okay.
Let's not ignore Popsky's lovingly crafted story this week.
There's never any love in the crafted story. It's just ideas, you know this.
Lovingly made ideas come up with on the toilet, yeah.
Aren't all the best ideas done that way? Or in the shower?
100% none of Ryan was.
I mean, the bathroom is an entire story, idea hole. Anyway, let's move on. So you come to this village. It's getting really late by this point, and the tavern is very quiet as you arrive. As you pull in and start sort of making the horses bed down for the evening, the tavern owner comes out and goes, all right, you more Templars?
No, just simple weary travelers.
Oh, well, that's fine then. Well, yeah. If you're looking for beds, we got a couple of them. Not many, though.
How many do you have?
Oh, well, all four, to be honest.
We're gonna have to draw lots.
Kristen's
many of us
fine
are
sleeping with the horses.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, plus Robin and Manny, and
And
the
dwarf.
horses? Question.
And the
Oh yeah.
dwarf.
Oh, I thought we got rid of that fucker.
No, he's still there.
No, I'm still here.
He's still here.
Larian's still knocking about.
God damn it.
Well, he can figure out his own bed.
Tell me,
Yeah.
Wonderful tavern keeper, tell me about all the magical people you've interacted with. How about you get us an ale and then we talk about it? All right, sir, if that's what you're after. And the two of them sort of wander off back into the tavern.
Well, so it looks like somebody's sleeping in the cart with Manny, but we can make do. Draw lots.
Well, it seems the fairest.
So I guess we'll do a flat roll and
Yeah,
You do a flat roll,
probably.
then you debate it, yes?
Are you going to be able to convince the cat to even
Fine.
join in on this?
The cat's like, no, it's my bed.
Cat will sleep where cat will sleep.
Well, it looks like Ruth is sleeping in the cart. That's fine.
yeah.
Well,
No,
I think I
it's,
will
William's
Yeah?
on
William
one.
with his
Oh, that's
nat one.
great. That's great. No, Ruth. Yeah, Ruth, off you go. Sit in the
No,
car.
he's got an idea. I just need a sheet, and then I'm just gonna make a hammock. That's fine.
Okay.
I'd look at those numbers again.
No, don't. I'm an old man. I need my sleep.
I saw the numbers again, and I'll still
So
take the.
while William is awkwardly backing his way, and then just runs for the door.
Oh, I'm an old man. You wouldn't
I'll-
run one out of bed.
Remember this later.
All right, fine. I owe you one, etc., etc.
All right, I just need a sheet. I can make a hammock.
Okay.
It's actually going to be far more comfortable.
While you all get yourselves ready for the evening, what are you just gonna make? Are you just gonna go in for the night? Are you gonna stay up and talk, or what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
Let's test
drink.
around.
I
Yeah.
kind of like the idea of campfire stories.
Ruth's having a bath.
Ruth can tell the
William
stories from the
will.
bath.
William
I'm not
will
telling you any
spend
stories.
hours and hours just talking about every little thing that's ever happened while he was a town guard.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we can go into each other's backstories. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Go. All right then. You first.
I was on a cart. It had fish. Fell asleep. Someplace new.
New cart. More fish. Fell asleep.
No, milk next time. I felt really ill. Then I was sick and they kicked me out. And then I woke a bit. And then I was in a town. And then people started screaming. So I ran away again.
This happened 4 more times.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ruth is saying nothing.
Like, no.
I'm just
Why?
imagining
No.
Ruth like just nose and eyes just above the water, and the rest of them submerged.
Oh
just like-
no! His head is tilted back, and he's like just eyes are shut, just arms over the tub, just relaxing.
Full Witcher style.
Yes,
Mm.
One
but
day,
he's only 5 feet tall, so he's like half sunk into the tub.
one day saw someone with shiny, sharp thing. So I took it. And then men chased me. And then I ended up with you lot.
You poor sod.
First knife she stole got her arrested.
Adorable.
I love how she's watching over your shoulder at this precise moment.
As you're all relaxing, Juniper's telling your story, you hear Valerian in the corner.
Oh God.
And he's like, so you're saying that these Templars came and took all the prisoners away?
Oh, yeah, they came and they took away all the prisoners we had.
Well, that's wonderful, isn't it? That's what Templars do, right? Yeah?
Well, usually they're a lot more, well, they only seem to care about the elves. They didn't care about the other people.
That's interesting. You don't get any dwarves around here because we're all respectful of the law.
Oh, well, it's good to have a couple of you around, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's you top up that drink there. I mean, it's on the house, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Good. Right. So tell me more about you.
Oh God. Should we just run away? We haven't paid for the rooms yet. Let's just fucking do a runner. Leave them behind.
I mean, Ruth is in the bath right now.
I'm a little bit indisposed.
The bath can go on the cart.
Double bath.
Are you presuming to try and lift the bath with me in it onto the car?
Good point. All right, fine.
I don't think we have the strength in the party to really do
No.
No.
And Ruth doesn't trust none of you to not drop the tub and crack it.
If Grem,
that. It's just the image in my head of Rafe trying to pick it up and Ruth kicking him in the back of the head.
No!
Grem, whatever his name was, the big meathead from the first character who died.
Oh, him.
The
He
valiant
probably could have done it because he was 7 foot and made of meat.
He went
Ate
down
5
really
sausages and half a dozen eggs every day for breakfast. But yeah, all right, fair enough. So overhearing
You could
what
just leave really early in the morning.
maybe, yeah. If we having overheard what Valerian was saying, maybe maybe it was like a. Oh no, because I don't know. Why would the Templars come take a bunch of elves and then like get massacred by those elves?
Other elves came to rescue them, probably.
Ah, possibly.
Like the Danish
But
saw
I
their
don't think
people being taken and
Templars.
were like,
I don't know.
"Yippee!"
Were the elves are the elves particularly vengeful to the point of torturing and beating them to death?
Lawmaster.
I don't mind. I don't
Lord Masters maybe
imagine
in this
that.
regard or back.
Oh, either. They're both lawmasters, aren't they not? Masters of the law.
Elves are considered like, well, one of their nicknames is rabbits because they're disposed. They're kind of considered disposable. There's always more. There's always another elf. Yeah, exactly.
But no, Templars usually deal with. I mean, usually their first concern is mages.
Yeah. So it
Would
could have been that they were.
Would
it could
elves
have
be
been-
likely to beat and torture Templars to death? I feel like they probably wouldn't have qualms about killing them, but
No, they wouldn't have comments about killing them, but they'd probably only intervene if it was maybe one of their mages that had been caught, or
well, if the Templars came
or
and took a bunch of
accosted.
elves, then I can understand them intervening. But I don't know, torturing to death seems a bit crazy.
Or
Even we don't do that.
Some Dalish clans can be brutal. Like some just attack. Some do attack if you invade their. Further down in the Abor Wilds, there are some tribes there that have been
Very isolationist.
that do attack indiscriminately if you invade on their patch kind of thing, and they disappear into the forest completely. The more well-known clans usually try and keep to themselves and avoid humans most of the time. Some are on friendly terms. It just depends on their migration, because they migrate in a usual, like elephants do. They have a path that they follow usually.
Some clans usually have unspoken agreements with Templars as far as trying to keep their mage numbers down within the clan, which is why sometimes the clan will send mages away if there's too many mages in a clan.
They'll maybe try and send them to another clan if they're lacking mages, but then some do end up being abandoned as well, or leaving of their own accord. Because you can leave a Dalish clan at any point. It's your choice, but you might not be able to return. And on that though, I will be back in a few moments.
Alright, no problem. So,
I also wonder why the elves were in prison to begin with. Because they said prisoners.
I mean, you could always try asking if you wanted to know.
Yeah.
I mean, Valerian seems to be keeping the barman. Every time the barman seems to sort of settle into being a relaxed conversation, Valerian seems to change the subject and he gets flustered again.
Who wants to interfere? I'm not very good at chatting on that front, I don't think. Not for information extraction.
I suppose I could give it a shot.
All right.
I've probably got a reasonable grasp of the gab.
All right. So, what do you want to say? Are you gonna just butt into the conversation, or are you gonna wait for it to sort of get to sort of tapered point? What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What do we not know?
Um,
I don't know.
William was going to butt in the conversation with the barman to find out why the elves were arrested.
I think I might just wait for it to taper a bit. I'll wait for a bit. If it doesn't taper, I'll butt in.
Okay. After about another several minutes, the barman, having been flustered again trying to explain to Valerian the concept that there's only a small river nearby, so there's not many fish. You notice Valerian's sort of like about to ask him another question. But the barman seems to sort of begin to settle down again, which is when you know Valerian's going to change the subject. So what do you want to do?
Ask about the elves. There's a bunch of elves prisoner here. What happened to them anyway?
What? Oh well, the Templars came and took them. I told you that.
Hmm. Yeah, but why are they prisoners in the first place, eh?
Well, one was caught stealing, and the other was a mage.
Oh.
We have to
Was
catch
it just two of
mages.
them?
The Templars
Blimey.
and the Chantry over there seem to be very adamant that we need to catch mages now.
Just the two of them? Well, I suppose it's only a small town.
Well, usually there's 6 of them, but most of them seem to have disappeared. They did request more to come help, but nothing's arrived yet. Oh, there was 2 new ones here yesterday. We'd not seen them before.
I don't know.
Maybe he can describe the cart if it's the same cart that we saw.
You describe the cart.
He goes, oh no, it was a more sort of so held together with bits of wood. It wasn't very well at all. It was no, it wasn't very good at all. I'm surprised the 2 of them chose to ride on it, but we didn't see their faces. They kept their helmets on. They said they were from somewhere in Orlais, and they were to take the prisoners away, and any lyrium we had lying around.
Kind of makes it sound sketchier.
Yeah.
Well, between you and me, they didn't smell like Templars.
What do Templars smell like?
Well, you know that kind of, Tevinter soap. You know, that sort of very, sort of chemical-y smell. They didn't have that. They smelt like trees. But maybe they just didn't get their usual stuff or something. I don't go around sniffing Templars. I'm not weird. I just thought it might be important.
And this was yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
They might not have been Templars. They might have been Dalish dressed as Templars. They smell like trees. Ruth's just like face palming and on. This is why nobody.
As you face palm,
He goes, no, I'm not a weirdo. I don't go around sniffing people.
I'm just gonna give him a side eye and sort of like, be like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, I believe you.
He
And
starts
off.
busying himself, like cleaning, like very thoroughly cleaning glasses at the bar.
Slowly turning slightly red.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Valerian just leans in. Well, we'll keep this, your secret thing, little secret. If you just give us a little bit of help with some more information, which way did they go?
They went off to the east.
To the east. Well, that's nice. Thank you very much for that. But tell me about the fish again. I'm very interested. And the barman again looks very flustered, but he starts talking about fish with Valerian again.
Okay. So east.
Well, we know where to go after we've had a rest then, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but what, back the way we came?
No.
Never eat should have we? Yeah, we've been
That's
traveling west.
That's a new one.
What?
It's the first time in chat. Want to see streamers get naked? Then go here to a link they're not allowed to post. That's a new one.
I ain't showing my tits to nobody. They can go
I
get
need
fucked.
to send Mira a print screen of that, and then I'm going to
So-
ban them. So
Are
sorry.
we-
Carry on. Ignore this. Hopefully this will all get cut out in the edit.
I'm assuming from the map that we are on the way to the Planazine forest.
We were going west, so
Yeah.
if we're now going east, we're going back the way we came.
Hmm.
Where's that map?
It's pinned in Darktide.
There we go.
So I'm not sure how far.
Oh,
Who died?
who we lost?
Rowan.
We lost Rowan. Return to us.
Because I'm not sure. Are we over the Vinmark Mountains towards?
Let me just
No,
check
we're
the
not.
map
I'm
and
too
I'll
far
tell you
down.
where you are.
I am too far down. Are we on the way to Tantervale?
Yeah, we were heading that way.
Yeah.
Map. You are.
Somewhere between Starkhaven and Tantervale.
Yeah.
And we were heading west, but now we're doing a bit of a 180.
You're on the west. You're on the way to Tanterville. Yes.
Yeah. So we're on the way to Tantervale. Okay. Because there's patches of forest around, so that's why I'm like, are we heading near one of them? Boys. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Rowan.
Apologies, I have no idea what happened. I went onto Twitch to see the funny comment, and my entire computer restarted.
Oops.
Okay.
Damn.
The comment was something
Yep,
about
no idea.
do you want to see streamers get naked? Come to this link, and it's like, that's a new one. Let's just. Yeah, I've not seen that one before.
Let's just ban you straight away.
Yeah, let's just ban you.
Well, the question is, do we want to double back on ourselves or carry on?
I mean, what if it just leads back to where the camp had been? Like, if they took the Templars' gear to take it from there to get their friends out of jail, you know, under the guise of Templars.
Yeah, that makes sense. And they like infiltrated the camp and destroyed it.
Given what's going on with us in general as well, do we really have time to stop necessarily for something like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, I think with how we have the Quinari coming south, a possible darkspawn invasion going on in the Dales, I think it's more urgent.
probably
we
get-
head towards that.
Get a move on, get a wiggle on.
Get back to some sort of Grey Warden command. Though I am looking at this map and going, there is a Grey Warden prison there, and I think I know which one that is, and I'm like, no, we're not going there.
Which one is that? Because I can't remember.
That's the one where the Hawk Legacy DLC, where you basically release the protagonist for Inquisition. Corypheus. That's Corypheus' prison.
I can't remember who that is. If you could send-
That's that's the bad guy in Inquisition, in the third game.
Okay.
The
If
Darkspawn.
you could send me his name so
god.
I remember that, so I can actually look into who the fuck that is. I don't think it's going to be important though, but yeah.
No, that's fine. I'll do that later. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to go. We don't want to go there. We wouldn't know that. We wouldn't know that exists anyway. But I think we're kind of on the right mind of just heading down to Cumberland, and trying to get a boat from there back to Orlais. I think we'll just have a rest.
Okay.
Play some cards.
And then leave early in the morning in the hope of leaving Valerian behind.
All right. So
Are we gonna get drunk? Are we gonna get drunk, guys?
Oh yeah.
A little bit drunk. I mean, William isn't exactly svelte, so it'll take quite a lot to get him drunk. But
Just the image of Juniper with a bottle of Bailey's.
portly is William.
Have a couple of drinks. Play some cards. Just enjoy the night, a night off of not being on the run.
And not murdering anyone.
Yeah, we didn't murder anyone today. It's a good day.
Somehow.
There's still time. There's still time for the dwarf.
Stabby!
all right. Okay. So the you have a relatively easy night. The next morning you wake bright and early to try and leave Valerian behind. But as you
Yes.
get down to the cart, you find he is already loading several large boxes of fish onto the cart.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, "Why?"
I mean, have you ever tasted Minanta fish? They're a wonderful thing.
Can we just throw him off the cart when it starts moving?
And the
Along
fish.
with his,
Well, not all the fish, some of the fish. We don't need
we'll
that
take.
much
We'll,
fish.
we'll take.
We can
Yeah,
keep the fish. The fish is fine. It's him.
we'll tie him to one box and lump him off.
Ah, you wouldn't let them do that to me, would you, buddy Manny? And Manny's like, I
Single
don't
tear
really
in
know
Juniper's
why,
eye.
to be honest.
Stop flirting with Manny.
Oh, damn. My good friend Manny wouldn't let that happen to me, would you, friend? Friend, oh, wonderful friend, yeah. If you need me, I'll be having a snooze inside. Which gives you both the finger guns and walks inside.
Can we actually roll to throw him out as the car starts moving?
Ruth's just like, I'm not having any involvement in this. I'm just gonna go get my shit.
Yeah, Wraith is just shaking his head and getting on the cart.
Like he's not killed anybody. He's not he's not really done anything worth murdering over. So Ruth's just like, oh, you're just an annoying shit.
We brought you fish. Consider that, Juniper.
I
Trying
feel
to
like
get
I need to get my
it.
violence quota in. Anyone want to help me out with that?
I don't think Tristan really knows him well enough to have an opinion yet.
Tristan hasn't been scammed by him yet.
Yeah.
William, help a cat out.
William is surprisingly hungover for someone who's been in guard duty. That's why he's being so quiet right now, it seems.
Where's he fallen asleep? What can I possibly get away with here? Is he leaning up against the door?
He's basically seems to have tied his ankle to the side of the bed so he can't be undone. And he's lying on the sort of little bed you have inside the cart.
Is there a door near him?
No, it's just the doors in and out of the cart.
Cool. Right. Can I cut the rope and try and roll him out?
You can try, yes.
What would I be rolling?
Do a strength roll to try and roll this returns dwarf out of his
I think that's a 3. 19!
You roll him towards the door. He gets sort of wedged in the door frame.
Can I kick him?
Wedged.
You kick him a couple of times and he makes very kind of noises every time you kick him. And eventually you see his eyes spring open and he goes, Wait, am I paying for this?
Can I roll him out again? Just push him?
Yep.
Do I have to roll again?
No, you just push him because you get the surprise and he tumbles off the cart. The cart very slowly rolls on, and you just see him get back to his feet and hobble really like slowly towards the cart. After about half an hour, he gets back to the cart.
No, I was going to say, Manny, go faster.
We just like watching him.
You wouldn't leave me behind, friend, would you? Would you?
Can I scratch his nose?
You can, yes.
In surprise, he falls over. It takes him another half an hour to catch up to the car.
It's just faster than his walking pace, so he has to actually, hobble a bit to get back to the cart.
Quickly!
Quickly!
As this game goes on for a couple of hours, eventually you come across another abandoned Vinto cart. This time the horse has been taken as well, and it just seems to be just lying in the middle of the road. What do you want to do?
Any blood?
There is a lot of blood on the inside, and it seemed this time you notice several arrows piercing the inside.
Are they Dalish arrows?
They are very much Dalish arrows.
Oh, they're definitely about.
Any signs of blood coming from the cart?
Once
like
again, you notice blood trails being dragged from the cart into the trees.
Okay.
I have a feeling we are going to have to set camp and
Possibly make a sign for them to, like, come and meet us. Like, invite them to our camp, kind of thing.
Maybe
Otherwise-
in Danish. Just to
Yeah.
kind of be friendlier.
Yeah.
Invite
like-
them to parlay.
Yeah, invite them to our camp, kind of thing. Share our hearth.
Eat some fish with us, because we have
Yeah.
a lot now.
Yeah, maybe even trade the fish for good favor.
Fish.
And then see who approaches.
Alright,
Yeah, I don't want to fight Dalish.
where are you?
Yeah.
I have sympathy for them, therefore I do not want to fight them.
Where are you putting this sign, just so I know?
Ruth's gonna, once we make camp, Ruth's gonna go out to the like near the edge of the forest and mark a tree with some Dalish script, which invites them to share his hearth.
Okay.
And he'll probably sit outside of the hearth with whoever wants to sit with him, but he'll be like, nobody have any weapons on you.
Alright.
It's
'Cause
concealed weapons count.
Concealed, but do not draw them.
Okay.
Alright.
It's kind of hard to conceal a halberd. It's not like you put it in your prison pocket or anything. It's it's a fucking halberd.
I'll just lean it at the side. You don't need it on you. It's fine. We don't want to appear.
This is my grandpappy's. Actually, no, this isn't actually my grandpappy's halberd. That's the one that's still in the back of the cart. This is a shiny new halberd for everyday use.
Okay.
Do you think there's a difference between the beret or the helmet, the brass helmet? No?
I mean, the beret is quite nice.
It is very nice. That's why I wear it when we're not in combat.
Oh, well, we're not in combat, so you can.
Hooray! Ah, fine. I'll leave the halberd at the cart, I suppose, in the back somewhere. But I'm
Besides,
not parting with my truncheon. That's keeping my
That's
truncheon.
fine. That's fine. Wraith and I have magic. Junie is very quick,
Junie has
and you
whatever Junie
and
has.
just another muscle, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We just don't want to piss them off at the very beginning.
Meow meow.
Otherwise, we're going to end up like the
fish.
Vince. Otherwise, we're going to end up like the Vince.
On that basis, I think I'll be lingering near the back, near the cart. The best that I don't put my foot forward around these folks, I think.
Fine.
Seems
Understandable.
sensible.
Can we, like, put him in a different robe so he looks slightly less Taventa?
Is there anything that would even fit?
I'm sure, like, Vincenzo left a robe somewhere.
Vincenzo, who you just go,
There's got to
what
be,
about
like, a
Vincenzo is? You
bathrobe.
open the cupboard, he's still asleep in the cupboard. Like, he's been asleep for years.
He's still in Orlais. He's
I'm pretty
still
sure he just went off to write a book. It was
He
Yeah,
ran off. Yeah, we woke up one day and he. Well, I didn't because I wasn't there.
No, he
What, you
left
lot-
us a letter. He left us a letter.
Yeah, and he
That's
was just
what it
like,
was.
"I'm off. I've gone to write a book.
I
got-
found inspiration.
I found my muse."
Yes.
like, I'm sure there's a shirt or so left behind from him
Probably.
that we can just bundle
Probably.
on top of Wraith, so he looks slightly less ominous in the corner.
Slightly less lurch-like.
You rang.
Alright, so you put the symbols there, you prepare your camp, and we will do their response next week, I believe. Because that gives me time to come up with some good ideas for what to do with it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do
So,
some
yeah.
research.
Anyone have anything else they wish to add before we stop?
Gonna roast the fish. Meow meow.
Fish.
Ruth's mentally preparing himself for a Dalish meetup, considering he left his clan at 16 and he's like 38 now. It was like 20 odd years since he's like been near Dalish clans. Great. This is gonna be great.
Is it? I don't see why it wouldn't be. You know?
Well, got to assume there's a reason why he left.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Bach knows the reason. Bach plays his dad.
Yes, I play the daddy.
Fair enough.
Chris, I didn't know you had a child. God. This changes
Yeah,
everything.
Ruth left his clan because of his dad. So
I
Um,
see, I see.
We need that sweet backstory. We need campfire time.
No, I'm not sharing my feelings.
Kitty cat with some boot size.
No.
I can get the real one down if you want.
I have two of my own and my dog. Trump.
Right, well, does anyone have anything else they wish to add for the story before we go into wind up? Alright, so not well, we'll go into post-game stuff then. So, first of all, do the affiliate links. If you'd like some money off some magical math rocks or some things to augment your game, we have discount codes for dndice.co.uk and gemhammer.com. Use Penance RPG checkout, get money off. It's all good. You get something, we get sort of, yeah, all good. Do that. Apart from that, our next streams will be tomorrow will be me and Barry playing more Temtem. Tuesday should be indie horror all night. I don't think I'm going out at the moment. I might be, it depends if Muzz gets back to me. Wednesday should be more barotrauma. Thursday should be more indie horror. Friday should be more barotrauma. Next Sunday will be more Dark Tide. We do have a charity thing coming up on the 1st of June, which will be a 24-hour stream, which me and Barry playing a bunch of stuff. We're going to try and make a list of stuff for like, donation goals and stuff like that, so if people want to help donate with that, that'd be great. Hopefully we'll have all that done this week. I'm going to talk to Barry about it tomorrow, and hopefully we can get at least some of it sorted. So we've hopefully got that done. It's for Macmillan, so it's all for cancer support, so yeah, all good cause for that. But I think that is us. Oh, Mr. Eden, are you doing any streams anytime soon?
Possibly next Saturday, but as ever, if links pop up, then you know it's happening.
Awesome. Alright, well, I think that will do us then. Let's just see who's on. Darren's on. Oh, Darren's on playing Indica. We should probably raid Darren because he's playing an actual horror game. So yes, we'll roll over to Darren and see how he's doing. But until then, you all take care. Have a great rest of your week. Take care. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
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 Please.